and Tim, you are now the host. So welcome, Tim, from Australia.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Duncan. I'm just running through and mute everybody. Perfect. Okay, so as Duncan said, my name is Tim Mandeville. Welcome everybody to the call. Yeah, just a little bit about myself. I've been in the crypto space for about 4.5 years, buying Bitcoin since well before $1,000 and up to its peak at 20 and back down again, and involved in lots of different ICOs and opportunities that ran between those years, especially in 2017, 2018. Had some wins, had some horrendous losses, and I'll sort of go through those with you guys today. But I believe I found an extremely clever and well thought out opportunity, and one, as you will see, that really has a lot of longevity in it and safety for all of us, which is paramount. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so welcome to the slideshow today on Cloud Token. It's a place where you can store all your cryptocurrency. When we bring our version 2 out, you'll be able to hold over 40 crypto coins on there. It's a place where you'll be able to exchange your crypto into fiat currency. It's where you also earn your cloud tokens, and you can also spend it. So it is a complete ecosystem. If somebody else has just jumped on the call, can you just mute yourself, or I will mute and just check that we are all mute. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to run through with you guys are the origins of Cloud Token, the benefits of our Jarvis AI trading bot, and how that ecosystem works, how you can accumulate your cloud tokens quickly, and then I'm going to go through our current and future technology plans with you all. Now, I mentioned earlier that I've obviously been around in the crypto space for a little while. I got involved in some horrendous projects during that time. One in particular was BitConnect, and I had a very large team under me. If somebody's just come on, could you mute yourself, please? I don't know who that is. Don, maybe, if you could. Thank you very much. Yes, and I got severely burnt with that. We had personal wallets in there of over 600,000 US dollars when they basically ran off with everybody's money, and a team under me with about 2.5 million US dollars, who also, obviously, all of those people lost their monies. In total, they took about $10 billion. So it's a huge amount for a lot of people around the world to lose. I do trade on the crypto exchanges, and I have a trading plan. And part of that plan teaches your entry and exit strategy. It teaches you when you do your proper trading analysis. You have your risk to reward ratios and your various leverages and everything. And if you stick to your trading plan, you're normally pretty successful. And what I realized after losing so many times in ICOs and other opportunities was that I didn't have any rules or plan for investing into a crypto project. So I thought, well, that's what's missing, and that's why I keep losing. So I put together my rules for investing, and that's what I'm going to go through with you. And I'm also going to say to you that all of the things that I'm running through now are here in Cloud Token, because otherwise I wouldn't be presenting it to you today. So make sure you take note during our presentation, and obviously as new people you need to do your due diligence. So make the notes on what I'm telling you and follow it up and check it out properly for yourselves. So rule 1, hopefully if it's going to work. Full visibility of the owners. Okay, you need to know who's behind your project, all right, and who runs it, because otherwise, like BitConnect and other things, these people just disappear with your money and nobody knows who they are, so they basically get away with it. Full visibility of the tech team. You need to understand who is involved in that, what their experience is, and how visible they are in today's social media circles. You need to have full visibility of the project offering. You need to understand what it is and how it's going to be sold, i.e. brought to market. Okay, what does the project have that would create mass adoption and almost guarantee its success? So it's got to be something different. You can't just, you know, bring something to market that everybody else is doing. Like if we were, you know, this was a project to sell umbrellas, I wouldn't be interested, because, you know, you can get umbrellas anywhere. And, you know, it has to be something that will create that mass adoption. If the investment into this opportunity is in crypto, then you need to have visibility of the funds on the blockchain. That's what blockchain is about. It gives full visibility to all of us. We should be able to see our money at any time. So the scam artists, when they're out there, what they get you to do is you invest into their company and they give you the equivalent in their shitcoin, I call it, because it's worthless, all right? And they give you their coin and you give them Bitcoin. And then, of course, you can't see your Bitcoin anymore because it's gone into a private wallet of theirs, and you've got a coin that is just worthless that they're going to launch onto an exchange. So you need to be very careful of those sort of opportunities that come to you. The next thing, you must have full visibility of your funds when you invest, all right? And then if you want to change your mind and you want out, you need to be able to get your money back out again, all right? If any company is really not wanting to play ball on that question, there, I would not entertain involving yourself in it. You need to have full access to remove those funds 24/7. And if they're paying you reward monies or returns, you need to have access to remove those daily. It is no good them saying, okay, well, you invest your money with us and in 90 days time, we'll start paying you. That sort of stuff, that's all done and dusted now. Don't get involved in it if it's offered to you. You need to have a proven track record of everybody currently involved in the project. Okay, so they need to have visible Facebook profiles, visible LinkedIn profiles with a proven track history. Okay. They also, and probably most importantly, need to have value-added services and products built around their ecosystem that are either established or about to be, that will generate additional revenues into the future of the project. Okay, you cannot be reliant on a one-trick pony. So basically, if all the criteria are met above, then whilst not it's guaranteed to be successful, it's certainly worth dipping your toe in, because that's about as safe as you can possibly get an investment to be in the crypto space. So with that in mind, who is behind Cloud Token? As I said, you need to have visibility of the owners. This chap here is called Ronald I. All right, you can Google him. You can go to his LinkedIn program. He's got a 25-year rap sheet about his experience in mobile blockchain, payment solutions, everything. Very, very, very clever man. And he has his own Facebook page as well that you can join and follow him. And he's also part of our groups. We get daily updates showing full transparency of all our accounts, everything, as I will show you. But what he did, he last year in 2018 won the World Blockchain Forum's Innovative Blockchain Project of the Year. Now, for those of you new to crypto, the World Blockchain Forum is the place where you go if you want to launch anything crypto into the world. They're based in New York, Dubai, Singapore, Shenzhen, and I think it's London. I think they have 5 offices around the world. And if you want to bring a project into the blockchain, you do it through that forum. Okay, there's nowhere else to bring it to. So you can imagine this man won it, and he won it for BitBeta systems. Now, BitBeta is 4th generation blockchain. So I'll give you a little quick lesson on blockchain. 1st generation blockchain is Bitcoin. Okay, it launched in 2009 as a method of payment or for you to transact in it. It is completely, totally, and utterly useless. All right, it will never be used as a payment gateway for the world because it runs at about 7 transactions per second. All right, so if you had Bitcoin on your credit card and popped down to your local coffee to pay for a coffee, you would stand there for the best bit of an hour and a half waiting for your transaction to be approved, which is useless. But as an asset of wealth, that is what it is used for. And it is also the global pair standard, like sort of gold is, or US dollar, that sort of thing. Everything is paired against Bitcoin. So they tried to find ways to increase the speed, and Ethereum was born. And Ethereum developed something called SegWit, segregated witness, which removed the proof of work out of the blockchain script and stored it separately to increase the speed. And it could be then re-accessed if the people disputed the transaction. So if Duncan and I did a transaction using Ethereum's ERC20 contracts, that probably 90% of the alternate coins sit on the Ethereum network, and I paid Duncan and he said to me, well, no, you didn't, then we could, re-access the segregated witness element of that blockchain and get proof that I did actually do it. But it keeps it separate, and now they can transact at about 10 or 11 transactions per second. So again, Ethereum and all the altcoins that sit on an ERC20 contract are totally, utterly useless for transactional purposes. So they had another attempt. Generation 3 came out with EOS and Cardano, and that's got a little bit quicker. I think they could do a few thousand transactions per second. The bank basically I involved with another one called Ripple, XRP. I've never touched it because the whole purpose to me of anybody involved in cryptocurrency is to be able to transact peer-to-peer and remove the need to deal with our banks, who are licensed robbers. So Ripple is also a private blockchain. Now, what a private blockchain means is that you and I can't see it. And it also means that they can manipulate it if they want to and change data on there. It also means that they can increase the number of tokens that are in distribution as well. So it is, yeah, something that I will never go near. So BitBeta came along, 4th generation. And what Ronald has understood about his involvement in blockchain is that the more people that take adoption of all of those types of cryptocurrencies, the slower the network goes. Okay, it becomes a nightmare. The more people start transacting, the slower Bitcoin goes, the slower everything goes. So Ronald thought, well, this is all stupid. Why don't we get the more people that use blockchain, the quicker it goes? And that's what he's developed with our BitBeta system, 4th generation mobile technology. All right. And what he has done, he's developed our wallet to also, the Cloud Token wallet, to act as a mobile node on the network. And every 1,000 people that download the wallet that gives us 1,000 nodes. That enables us to transact at about 22,500 transactions per second. We are just shy of 500,000 users now on the Cloud Token network. So we're transacting, God knows, in excess of 10 million transactions per second. All right. To give you an example, Visa and MasterCard transact at about 600,000 transactions per second. So we make them look like a baby in nappies. All right. The other reason Ronald has developed Cloud Token is as a mobile payment gateway, peer-to-peer, and also the more people that use it, the quicker our system goes. And when you consider that, especially in third world countries, 80 or 90% of the population there have no access to banks at all, or money or lending capabilities, none. All right. But what you do notice in all of these third world countries and all of these poor people is every single one of them has a mobile phone. All right. And that is the key to mass adoption. So all of these people are able to put Cloud Token on their phone for free and transact with each other on our network with our currency. So very, very well thought out. That's our global goal as a payment solution for the world. Now, let's go back a little bit to our launch. That was on May the 12th, okay? I got involved in the project on the 20th of April, in fact. It pre-launched on the 16th of April, and the person that was involved then contacted me, and I have been doing my due diligence for about 5 days, checking out all the information against my trading rules, and decided to jump in around the 23rd of April. So at our launch, we had a number of our owners there, and Ronald, and this guy. And this guy is Jim Rogers. I don't know if many of you have heard of him, but he is a multi-billionaire and very well-known public person, especially in America. He is the chairman of Rogers Holding, Quantum Fund, the Soros Fund. He founded. He was also creator of Rogers International Commodities Index, etc. And he came to our launch and gave a 1-hour speech about blockchain and about Cloud Token and its capabilities in the world today. So I want you to ask yourself this. This man here is hugely well respected. He is a multi-billionaire. So he has absolutely no need to come and stick his face or his experience or his background into a scam. He has no need to do it. He would just laugh and not even show up. Okay, so these people take great responsibility to share what we have, and they put their name to it for a reason. Okay. Now, let me tell you about our ecosystem. A few of you may have got involved with doing ICOs, okay? And ICOs normally involve the most amazing white paper and roadmap. And they require us to put 50 or 100 million or even more in, and then they promise to build everything for you along their roadmap to a particular timescale. But at the time you invest, normally absolutely nothing exists except the little white paper, okay? And that's why most ICOs never come to fruition. Everything that I'm going to show you now on this timeline, and I mean everything, already exists. It's already developed and already functioning and running, okay? All that is missing is the mass adoption, to get more and more people in so that the systems can be integrated out into the world, okay? We don't need any money, raising any money, nothing. This is about now the adoption phase of our project. Okay. Whoever is just come on, is it Beyond Cash? Could you just mute yourself, please? Thank you. So our app launched in May. In June, we had our Jarvis AI bot, which I will go through with Vroom, which is an algorithm that I will explain. We've got additional projects being added as well with HAL. In September, we've got the launch of our cloud news channels, the launch of Friday, which is for our whale accounts that we have. They will have separate access into Jarvis if they hold more than $3 to $5 million in their accounts. And we do have many of those with us at the moment. Our cloud token version 2 will be launched. Everybody is using version 1 at the moment. We have our Kuala Lumpur office opening as well in August. And we will also have our support center on board by then, thank God, with about 30 Filipino specialists that will be running it. There will be, at the beginning of September, our opening sort of grand party for about 10,000 members at that time. Then in November, and a little bit earlier than that as well, with our debit cards, they're coming in August. We'll also have our crypto to fiat solution. So that will enable you, with all of the currencies that you hold on there, you can exchange into fiat and then withdraw using your card out of any ATM in that particular currency, which is great. We will also have our global e-commerce partners announced. They have announced one of them at the moment, which is Travelocity. We have got an agreement with them where we will gain a 30% discount to anything that we book through them, of which we will receive 10% of the discount, and the other 20% will go into our reserve fund. And I'll explain more about that shortly. Our merchant network, we have a number of very large merchant network contracts that have been signed. We haven't been told about them yet. I'm sure they will be launched around the time of our party at the beginning of September. So, as I said to you, all of this stuff is already developed. You can see all the videos of it on our Facebook pages and all working. And a lot of it has been brought forward due to the adoption that we had already got on board. Ronald was hoping to get around 50,000 members on board by October, and we're nearly at 500,000. So you can imagine how much has been brought forward already. So like every ecosystem, you need the ability to actually earn the tokens through monies, and then you need the ability to spend your tokens out through the ecosystem as well. All right. How does it work for us? Okay, let me explain this. You deposit your Bitcoin or any other crypto into our super wallet. Okay. You then select projects. Now, there will be a number of projects on there. At the moment, there is Jarvis, there will soon be HAL, and Friday, and another few others all going on there. And you can select the projects that you want to be part of. And then you agree to the terms and conditions of that. You are then loaning the crypto that you have on there to the Jarvis trading bot if you select Jarvis, and you then have full transparency of those funds on the Jarvis wallet that you can see. You have access to them 24/7. You can see them on the Blockchain Explorer as well by putting in your wallet address. You will see whatever Bitcoin you have put into the Jarvis bot exists. It's not in a ghost wallet. And as I said, you can access and remove that 24/7. It takes approximately 10 seconds to remove your funds. Okay, so nothing too strenuous on the time department. Our Jarvis funds are being traded on 32 crypto exchanges now, and we have over 200 Jarvis bots, okay? The crypto exchanges that are using all of our funds are all fully insured. If they get hacked, your money and my money is 100% safe. We did have 38 crypto exchanges, and it's been dropped to 32 because those 6 didn't have adequate protection for the funds that we have on there. So they've been removed. So yeah, we have full insurance on our funds in all the exchanges should they be hacked. I've just covered that. Jarvis trades daily with the balances of all the crypto coins loaded into it. Currently, it's in excess of 200 million, okay? Every day, the profit that Jarvis makes, it goes into a reserve pool, and it makes between $6 and $20 million per day. So how it works is this: you put your, let's say, 1 Bitcoin into Jarvis. You will receive around 6 to 12% in reward tokens every single month for that, and it's paid to you daily. So Jarvis trades. All the money it makes goes into the reserve pool every single day, and you are then paid the equivalent amount in the cloud token. And the more money that goes into the reserve pool, the more it increases the price of the token. Okay, so tokens that when we joined at 30 cents are now worth nearly 60% more. Plus, we've still received our 10 or 12% every single month, and had the price of our Bitcoin that we put in also go up. So it's a 3-way win cycle here. The other important thing for everybody to understand is that this is not a pay Peter by robbing Paul exercise, all right? We don't need new people to join in order to pay those from yesterday who joined, all right? If we get nobody else joining, every single morning, Jarvis has $200 million to start its day trading, and it makes 6 to 20 million, and we're paid from the money that it makes. Okay, we are not paid from the money of John joining tomorrow. John, who joins tomorrow, takes us to 201 million if he's got a lot of money, and so on. So the more people that join, the more money there is, the more money goes in the pot, the more it increases the price of our token. Okay, it's a sustainable ecosystem. Yeah, I've covered that bit. The price of CTO is derived from the amount of funds in our reserve pool multiplied by the number of cloud tokens in existence. I will show you a slide about how much money has been taken out shortly. Currently, the price is 46.9 cents. So this is another important thing for you to understand. It means that every single person who holds cloud tokens in their wallet can cash out at 46.9 cents, because that is how much money is in the reserve fund to enable you to do so. All right. So if we have, let's say, 100 million tokens and everybody has 10, that would be 10 million people. Okay, and it wouldn't matter if you were the first or the 9,999,000 cashing your token out, you'll get it at 46.9 cents. Okay. So how has our token performed? We started in May at 30 cents. By the end of May, we had gotten up to 40.5. By the end of June, we had gotten up to 44.5, and we are currently at 46.9. Okay, that's a 56% increase since launch. So pretty impressive. And as I said, that's all being derived from Jarvis trading money going into the lending pool. That's where this value comes from. It's not just plucked out of thin air. Now, transparency is the key to success. The second you start hiding things, people get jittery and they jump off board, okay? In the last 30 days, one of our accounts on Binance, okay, there are 3 of them, has traded with over 111,000 Bitcoin. That's well over $1 billion, okay? At that point, we had about 9,100 Bitcoin in that particular account. All right. We have another account here with 12,900 Bitcoin in. This is the account where Jarvis is holding our currency. All right, so this is yours and my money sat in Jarvis, and it is fully available for us to see. It cannot be milked or taken out. All of these accounts have limits on them, daily limits at 500 Bitcoin. And because we have daily viewing of these accounts, we would soon see if 500 Bitcoin were being removed out of them every single day. Okay, so he couldn't suddenly remove 13,000 Bitcoin. It's going to take him 26 days to do that, and we would know about it in day 2. So there's a lot of protection being brought in here. This is some withdrawals from the last 10 days, some 40 million. That's actually increased way more than that now, as I will show you and explain on the next slide. Year to date, this is the amount that has been taken out of our system, because that is what it's supposed to do. It earns us all money. 147,000 Bitcoin. That's what we have successfully paid back. That is huge amounts, like $1.5 billion. So we have a very, very sustainable ecosystem. This graph here shows the level of that payment. And this massive spike up here was when Plus Token, I'm quite happy to name the robbers, they had a similar ecosystem to us. I was asked to involve myself in it in September last year. I did my due diligence and said no, because 4 of my points were not covered. And those that have been on this call would know that I talk about Plus Token all the time, and said why I didn't get involved and what might happen. Well, sure enough, what might happen did happen pretty much around the 28th of June. They stopped paying people out. Their token had gone from 40 cents up to $132. And they basically shut the doors and ran off with just over $3 billion worth of money, or assets of people's money. Because people had no visibility of their funds. They were running API trading on exchanges with ghost wallets. So you would only have a ghost wallet. You couldn't check it on the blockchain. You had no way of keeping tabs on it, nothing. It was just a matter of time. So automatically people assume that Cloud Token is a scam as well, because we are running a wallet. So they go into blind panic mode and start withdrawing, you know, tens of millions of Cloud Tokens, thinking that we're a scam. They won't be able to get their money out. Bye-bye Cloud Token. And of course, as I've shown you by our accounts there, every single token, or every single token and every single coin that we all put in is there. It's fully transparent, and you can take your money out 24/7. It will not crash the system, because our system is transparent and designed to work, not to steal. Okay, and you will see by this that since those days, our ecosystem has calmed right back down. I think we're doing about 3 million Bitcoin removals a day at the moment, from the 12.5 million a day that was going on, mainly by the big Chinese groups that are involved in Cloud Token. But on some interviews that Ronald has said, he said a chunk of them now are even putting all their monies back in, because they sort of sigh with relief when they get their money out, thinking, great, we've escaped. And then it's the now what syndrome. You know, they've now got to go and find another project that's totally transparent and basically like everything that we've got, and they've just walked away from it. And they've go, oh dear, well, what a big mistake. And a big chunk of the money has come back in. Obviously, Ronald is able to see all of that, because they know if a big account has emptied, and just the same as they know if it's re-put their funds back in again. So safety is definitely here for everyone. And the proof of that is our last 2 weeks. On our current app at the moment, you can watch the orders that the bots are trading with. On version 2, you will be able to see most, if not all, of the trading bots. I don't know how it's going to work, but Ronald assures us that we can see everything then that is going on with the trading. On the Jarvis wallet, as I said to you, you get full transparency. So if this was your account and you had 0.1053 Bitcoin on there, then all you have to do is put your wallet address into Blockchain Explorer, and you can see that that's indeed what you had there. With Plus Token, they might show you that figure there, but you have no way of checking it at all, because it was a ghost wallet. It was just a wallet on their system with an account name and password for you to get in. It didn't exist on the blockchain because they were using their own private API keys on all the exchanges with your funds, and they certainly wouldn't give you access to looking at those, which is how they were able to take everybody's money and nobody know where to even start looking for it. Next thing. Yes, so that's sort of really our ecosystem. I'm going to talk about how you earn your money now. And before I do, I obviously have to discuss our income disclaimer, because the company are not financial advisors and neither am I, all right? The ideas that I present are my experience on how to profit in this business and how I'm profiting in it. They're certainly not financial advice to any of you. We are not a financial investment company and make no representation or guarantees of any income to anyone. We don't recommend that you outlay money that you cannot afford to lose. Don't rush into anything. Do your research. I did, all right? And by research, I mean, don't go on to Google and put, is cloud token a scam? Okay, because you are wasting your time if you do that. Because up will pop YouTube. There will be about 500 videos there that you can select from. Each one of them will receive roughly $2.50 every time you click it. They'll be ecstatically happy, and you will be none the wiser with information. I've gone through who's involved in our project and what we have. You now need to check that and come back and say, did you know Ronald I doesn't exist? Then I might prick my ears up, okay? As with any business, your results may vary, all right? It's going to be based on your individual capacity, business experience, expertise, and level of desire to succeed, all right? There are no guarantees concerning the level of success you may experience because we're all different. Everyone's success depends on their dedication, desire, and motivation. Okay, that's that bit out of the way. Everybody, I hope, understands that. You are all human beings and you are all adults, and you make a decision if you want to invest. Nobody is forcing you to. Now, how do you benefit on your own? Okay, you download the app onto your phone. You deposit your crypto into the super wallet and loan it into Jarvis. You will receive between 6 and 12% monthly in our cloud tokens based on the value of the Bitcoin that you put in at the time. Okay, you can withdraw and cancel at any time, as I said. All you do on Jarvis here, you swipe left, you put in your 2FA and your PIN number, and your money is out. It's 10 seconds, okay? Let's give an example. Let's say you put $1,000 worth in Bitcoin into your cloud token wallet, and you earn 10%, not 12, 10% a month. So you're going to receive $100 for your 1,000 USD, and that's going to get paid to you every day at $3.33. So currently we're at 46.9. So you are going to earn what, about 5 tokens every single day. All right. And that's before you decide to share this with anyone. If you just want to succeed on your own, put your money in and quietly enjoy your days and enjoy getting your returns. 10% a month is pretty good. Pretty sad to hear the other day that all the banks here in Australia have just reduced their deposit rate to 0.8% per year. So it will take you 10 years to earn 10% now with your bank, with your money in your bank. 10 years. All right, just think about that when we can give you that in 1 month with all the security and more from a bank. Now, benefits of sharing. You join, okay? If you want to be part of the sharing program, you must hold a minimum of $500 in your wallet at any time. We normally advise people to put $600 to $650 in. That allows for any fluctuation in any of the crypto coins that you put in there, all right? Because the last thing you want to do is build a big team underneath you and be receiving thousands of tokens every day and wake up one morning and receive zero because your account sits at $499, because that's what's happens. If you don't keep 500 in there, you lose all your team volume for that day until you go back over the 500 again. So how does it work? Right, level 1. If you pop next door and see your mate John and he says, I'm in, all right, the company will match the $500 to you. So if he receives 5 tokens every day, the company will also pay you 5 tokens every single day, okay? He pops next door and sees Sally. Sally puts in 500. She says, I'm in, all right? John above, he'll receive the same 5 tokens and you will receive 50% of that. So you will receive an additional 2.5 tokens every single day, because Jarvis is playing with that money and investing with it every single day also. That's how this is sustainable. It's not a one-off payment that we then need another $500 to come from somebody else to pay you with. That's how sort of multi-level marketing works and network marketing. That's why they have to have memberships, and that's why you have to have auto ships, so that they can pay commissions each month reliant on the people buying the product every single month in order to sustain the ecosystem. All right, this doesn't work that way. Again, it's the opposite way around of thinking and the correct way to function. So in order to activate your second line, you must have personally brought in 2 people, okay? The company will pay you down to 21 levels. So after your second level, you receive 5% all the way down to level 21. If you want to receive those 5%, 21 levels deep, you need to have personally brought in 21 people on your front line, okay? If you brought in 4 or 5, then you're going to get paid on 4 or 5 levels, if that makes sense for you all. Now, let's just put a little bit of monetary value into that. All right, let's say you put 3 people on your front line. One of them puts in 1,000, another 10,000, and another 500, okay? You will receive the equivalent of $100, $1,000, and $50 per month in US dollar worth of cloud token, okay? Level 2, 3 people join, 1,000, 500, and 2,000. So you're going to get another $175. So that is around $1,325 a month. And it, again, very important to know, you will receive this every single month, all the time. All of these people keep their money there because nobody has spent any money. It's just on loan to Jarvis, who then trades through our ecosystem of bots, okay? And he trades with that every single day, so you will receive money every single day and every single month. Nobody has to put 1 cent more in, ever. So based at the 43.8, which it was when I did that slide, you would receive around 3,000 cloud tokens. Now, if you had started on the 12th of May, those 3,000 cloud tokens were at 30 cents. Now at 46.9, we're up 60%. They'd be also worth more money to you, another 50% of value. So your reward token that we're paying you in is also appreciating in value as well, the harder that Jarvis works and the harder that our other projects work to put money into that fund. And again, you've got all the other levels. Now, this is where it does get exciting. Rank promotions, okay? I'm going to give you a little teaser of the monies that some people are earning here. And again, fully sustainable because the monies are in the system and they trade again every single day with those monies to pay everybody in the system. Okay. C1, when you get 200,000 in team volume under you, you receive an extra 5%. Okay, so I get 105% on my matching bonus, 55% here. But on my level 3 down, my 5% has now doubled to 10. That is a nice double. Let me tell you, I am a C1. I have over 400,000 now in my team under me. All right. Monetary wise, I wake up to around 600 US dollars every single morning before I get out of bed. Okay. Before I finish my C1 level and qualify for a C2, I will be up to around 2,000 to 3,000 US dollars a day and have probably around $1 million US underneath me to receive that. Once I have 3 C1s, I qualify as a C2, I get an extra 10%. Then as a C3, when I get 3 C2s, 15% and so on. The monetary jumps here are huge. As a C2, they receive between around 3,000 to 8,000 US dollars a day. Luigi, my upline, he's just gone to C3. He gets 20,000 cloud tokens a day now. So he's on 10,000 US per day. That's 14 or 15,000 Australian every single morning. All right. C4s, 40, 50 grand. C5s are all over 100,000 a day. And we've got a number of them already in the company. All right. It's life-changing money if you want to share this with people. And please remember, no one is buying anything. Not ever. All you're doing is just storing your coins in a wallet that rewards you for doing so. You're not having to buy products every single month and drink them or eat them and sell them to your mates. You're just holding your money on an account and you can receive these returns for doing so and these returns for sharing them to other people. It is life-changing. Okay. Oh, this is different. My slide's gone wonky. Okay, I will go through this bit anyway. Why should you choose Cloud Token? Okay, there's no packages to buy. As I've mentioned, there's no membership fees. There's no auto ships to buy. There is no contract. You can take your money out 24/7. It's your money. You're just holding it in your wallet and loaning it into the ecosystem projects. You can take it out whenever you want. Okay, you can earn passively without sponsoring. This is a huge one for most people because they are sick and tired of having to do network marketing and go and sell this to their neighbors and their families and their friends. Okay, you don't have to do that. If you've got a Bitcoin, stick it in here. You're going to earn yourself $1,000 a month US, a Bitcoin at 10 grand for doing nothing. Okay, 250 US a week. Cloud Token generates the revenues from our arbitrage trading, and it's got the potential to go up 10 times or more over the next 12 months. As I said to you earlier, Plus Token went from 40 cents to over $130 in 14 months. All right. I always like showing this slide because I want you just to imagine for 1 minute that you've accrued some Cloud Tokens, okay? And let's say over the year, you've accumulated 25,000 Cloud Tokens, all right? If you're a C1, you'll be double that. I'm nearly at, in fact, I'm over 50,000 Cloud Token now, all right? It really doesn't take long to start accumulating it when the company are rewarding you for sharing this, okay? Let's say from our launch price, we go up 30 times to $10, all right? My 25,000 Cloud Tokens are worth $250,000 US when we get to $10, all right? Let's say it's $20, $500,000. let's say, and this is my next target, we get to 200,000 cloud tokens over the course of the year. We get to $10, it's $2 million US, or just shy of 3 million Australian for us. All right. And 200,000 cloud tokens, when you start moving up to a C3, you're earning that inside 10 days. So you can imagine what some of the accounts look like for the C3s, the C4s, and the C5s. And you can also understand why it is that we are transacting since our launch. So in 2 months, we've transacted over 145,000 Bitcoin out of the system to pay people. That's over $1 billion. Okay, so our system works. All right, there's no crashing. You can put money in, you take money out, everything is safe for everyone. So thank you all for looking at Cloud Token. Obviously go back to the person who introduced you and ask how to get started and download the mobile wallet. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be available here to answer any questions that some of you might have. Just unmute yourselves and feel free to ask.
I've got a question. It's Don here.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for that. Great, Tim. So when you're saying to load your wallet first time, I obviously loaded mine with Bitcoin. And you say
Yep.
Bitcoin, but can you, because there's other wallets in there, can people just come in with, say, Ethereum or
Yes.
put $500 worth of that in?
They can, yeah. There is a maximum that you can put into Jarvis of 50,000 US dollars in any currency. So Jarvis at the moment will take 7 cryptocurrencies. So you could technically fund your account with an initial deposit at 350,000 US dollars in those 7 currencies. And I on mine, I have Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin all on my account.
Yeah, I started with Bitcoin. I've got some Ethereum and some Bitcoin Cash as well. Great.
Yeah, what you will need with your Bitcoin Cash is a converter, because you will find that we use the latest wallets and you do not. So you will need a Bitcoin Cash converter, which you can just download off the internet, and it will change the Cloud Token wallet address into the old style address so that you can then transfer it in.
Okay, all right.
But if you're under Duncan knows how to do that. I've gone through that with him, and we've helped a number of people do that. So if you're wanting to put your Bitcoin Cash there, we'll make sure you do it right.
Okay, I'll check what's happened when I go back in my wallet then. I thought it went in.
Maybe depends where you're storing it. So some of the older wallets don't have the new ones, so we have to convert Cloud Token back to the old style and change the wallet address so that it can send. So.
Yeah, okay. And one more question.
Sure.
Just what I've heard conflicting on this is that $500 amount minimum to get tokens.
To get tokens from your team, you can put any amount in you like as an individual. So if you've got $50, you can start and fund your account with $50.
Okay. So say Bob next door only puts $100 in.
Yeah.
And he won't get any tokens.
He will. He'll get tokens. You won't.
I won't. Okay. He's got to have 500 for the awards to go up as well.
Yeah. Everybody has to have 500 in there in order for anybody else to earn. The only person to earn is that person that has brought it in. So it's there to enable anybody to join Cloud Token with any amount of money they like, but they won't be part of the rewards program for sharing. The same with him. Like, if he puts $100 in and then goes and shares it, and 3 people put $5,000 each in, he will receive nothing from them until his account goes over $500.
Okay. So here's the rewards. You would miss him and jump up to the people above, and the people above would get rewards.
Well, they don't sort of miss him and jump above. The person above would receive the whatever amount it was. It was so 50% or 5%, dependent where they were.
Yeah, Yeah. Okay. He says, yeah, I get that.
For the people who have their accounts funded over 500, the reward system works for them and the others above them.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for the person who introduced them if they're under 500.
Yeah. Cool. That's all I had to ask. Thanks.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I'll mute myself.
I've got a question, Tim. Can you hear me?
Sure, Scott.
Okay. Question is, I just got off the phone right before I jumped on this Zoom call, and she's got a woman, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. And so when it gets transferred over to Jarvis, Jarvis actually trades for the Ethereum, right? I mean, it's like you don't have to, what am I really trying to say here? She wants to leave them in those assets. And I know we have those wallets.
And she can. So she puts them into the super wallet where she first transfers them. Then she clicks on projects, and then it will open up the Jarvis wallet. And she clicks Bitcoin and lends the Bitcoin in. Then she'll click Ethereum and lend Ethereum in. And then she'll click Litecoin and lend a Litecoin in. And they will always stay in those denominations. And then when she wants it out, she swipes left, and it will pull them out in the same amount.
I mean, it was just kind of a question about, does Jarvis trade Litecoin for the Litecoin wallet? And
yes.
You know what? Okay.
It does. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't go cashing them out.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have we have all of the currencies, like on the slide that I showed you. That I had up there. I haven't got it at the moment. But on the thing there, it showed the withdrawal amounts in Ethereum and all the other currencies. So yeah, it's exactly the same.
Okay.
You know, they don't touch your coin. It's your coin. They're just trading with the value of it on the exchanges.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. And one other question too, while I'm unmuted. So I just got the first, you know, I'm just 3 or 4 days into this, and I just got the first share reward yesterday. And
That's right.
Do they come at the same time as the reward does, or it seems like time is varying so far for me?
It can come any time within the 24-hour period.
Okay.
So when you first join, it takes between 24 and 48 hours for you to start receiving your first share. You know, have you put people in underneath you, or is this just your own?
Yeah, I've got people in underneath me already too, and so like I said, I just got. I guess July the 11th was my first reward. So 11, 12, 13, and then I just got it today. So 4 days now. But yesterday, I also received a share reward. And
yeah, share rewards are for your downline, because whenever they have joined, 24 to 48 hours later, they start getting rewards, and so do you, which is why you've just started getting a share bonus, and that's for your downline.
Right. So now I understand that. And the timestamp on each and every one of them is 23:59. So that's what I was trying to figure out the timing of.
There are 4 time zones on the payment thing, all 6 hours apart, and it depends what time in the day that you have joined and what time of the day they have joined. So if you, let's say, joined at midnight and they joined at 9 o'clock in the morning, they will receive tokens at a different time of day to you.
Okay.
Because they will fall into a separate time slot of that day.
And once you're into that time slot, you kind of stay into that time slot then, right? It's all dependent upon when you're...
when they originally, but they will always be paid at that time.
Okay. Good to know. Gotcha.
So mine is like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm always paid at 1 o'clock in the morning on my returns. And then the other ones are like 3:30 or something for community payout as a C1, because of the time when my volume hit the 200,000, it was in a different pay zone.
I see. And since mine shows the timestamp of 23:59,
Yeah.
this based on Singapore time or UK or any idea?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. What time? I think it's GMT +8, which would be the Singapore. I'm pretty sure it is that.
Okay. All right. Great. Thanks.
Has anybody else got any questions? Perfect. Happy group of people already.
Okay. Well, unless anybody else has got any questions, just to let everybody know, we have how many is it? Four calls a week. We have another call. The next call is Wednesday UK time, 10 p.m. Thursday is 10 a.m. And then we always have 2 calls on a Sunday, 10 a.m. in the morning UK time and 10 p.m. UK time. So keep that in mind. I will notify everybody of those calls. If you are not receiving any emails, you need to ask your sponsor to either add or send you the information or or message me and add you to my mailing list. Bruce, did you have a question?
No, Duncan, no, I'm fine. I've seen things a couple of times. I'm just beginning to pick up on things and downloaded the wallet again because it's had an update since you last went over it with me. So I've just done that now.
Yeah.
But I'm fine. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Don, did you want a question? Yeah. Fire away, Don.
Well, feedback first of all. I just checked my wallet, which is great. You can just go in so quick, everything's right there. And my Bitcoin Cash went straight in. So
okay, great.
I must have been on the right sort of exchange.
Yeah.
It's on a blockchain wallet, and it's always been original.
Yeah.
I think it was just called blockchain. So the question was, I'm not linked to either of you guys. Whoever my downline up is, the girls I've asked a couple of times to get contact. So I just know when these are on. But now I've got those times, it'll be right. And it's 10 a.m. UK time. 10. What was it again? 10?
Wednesday is 10 p.m. UK time, and then we are Thursday 10 a.m. And then Sunday is 10 a.m. and 10 p.m.
Ah, right, 10 and 10. All right, I'll convert those times, like 7 a.m. obviously. And, all right. So can I contact you directly, Duncan or Tim?
You certainly can, yes.
Sure.
Let me, I'll send you my email address. Don, 1 second.
Okay.
Just put it in the chat, Duncan.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Should have a video going so you can see you talking to.
Okay, there we are. There's the email address. If you drop your email to me, Don, and I'll add you to the mailing list.
Great. I'll go to that chat now. There we go. Oh, Duncan Wood too at Gmail. That's easy. Okay, I've got that. I'll do that.
Great. Okay, anybody else have any questions? Any queries? Any problems?
Yes, Duncan.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Judy and I are on because we want to talk about our problem.
Okay, well, all the issues are fixed. I need to speak to Judy in a second. So I have already said to her I'll be giving her a call. But the account, all the 3 accounts that happened on the same day, they're all sorted now.
Except that I didn't get rewards until July 8th, and Judy's money's been in since May 15th.
Yes. Let me speak to Judy because she will be sorted. I need to explain to her what's gone on.
Okay, then somebody needs to tell me where my rewards have been.
I'm not sure, Cindy. Let me check with yours.
Somebody needs to tell you what, Cindy.
Well, I have not been rewarded for what Judy's had in her wallet since she put it in her wallet. And the only time I started getting rewards was on July 8th.
Is this from Judy you're talking about, Cindy?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that will write itself as soon as Judy receives her rewards, and that's what I need to speak to her about.
Okay.
Okay, that as soon as she gets hers, and she will get them, then you will see yours correctly.
So you get them every day. You get your share rewards from Judy's downline, Cindy, yes? And you have done from the 8th.
Just since July 8th. But she was she had her money in as
Yes,
of.
I know, yeah. Because the issue with her Bitcoin was sent to her on the 7th. So that means that it must be there, Duncan. I'm just thinking.
Possibly.
Do we want to talk about this now? Because I can chime in here since since it's mine. So I can tell you the Bitcoin is there.
Oh, well, that's good, as long as it's there.
Yeah.
Well, it's been
So
sitting there according to my wallet for several weeks now.
It showed, the downline shows on your wallet.
Yes.
Yeah. So what you're missing are the 2 weeks of tokens.
Yeah.
From when she joined up until the 8th.
Well, more like 4 to 8 weeks. She joined the middle of May, and I didn't start getting rewarded until July 8th.
No, I didn't come in May. I came in June.
Oh, okay. So what's the date you put your Bitcoin in, Judy? You had sent me those dates.
Yeah, that was the middle of June.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think we'll have a separate call with you guys, and we'll just run through the.
We'll clear it up. Well, unless anybody else has got any questions, Cindy.
We'll jump back into this.
We'll jump
straight
back
after
into
here.
this room if you want. Yeah. So unless anybody else has got any questions, thanks very much for coming on tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation, and hope to see you again on Wednesday evening or Thursday morning.
So would you like us to log out and then log back in?
If you jump in, Cindy,
Just come back into the wall.
Cindy,
you come back in again. I'm going to end it. You come back in again.
Okay.
Great. Thanks very much.